up here. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Mike Brody.
It was a night just like tonight. In a room just like this room. Well, it was more humid, but balmy. It was balmy because balmy is scarier. Also, it was in my apartment. So there were no chairs and waitresses and people bowling in the next room. Also, it was New York City. The point is, this particular night, it looked a lot like this room. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in the center of my apartment, sculpting pottery and listening to the Righteous Brothers, when I felt two cold, balmy hands embrace me from behind. Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. So that went on for a while. And that's when I realized this man is not dead. Nope, not a ghost. Always lock your door in New York City. Because I'm not one to jump at gay sex. Not a gay man, but we had sweet, sweet ghost love for 3 hours. That upset me. So I needed to call my dad, as I do when I always engage in accidental gay sex. Unfortunately, my dad had perished 18 years prior in a tragic taxi cab accident. He was taking a cab to get some insurance, and the cab driver was a Satanist. And he went crazy, frantic, and he asked my dad, "Are you a Satanist?" And my dad said, "Satanist? Am I a Satanist? I am Satan!" This scared the cab driver, and he drove the cab off the bridge into the river. All we ever found of him were a bunch of floating Jell-O pudding pops and the worst fucking sweater you've ever seen. How do I know all this? Because my dad told me as a ghost while doing charades. That's right, my dad is a ghost. The ghost, my dad. You could even call him Ghost Father. He refused to help me though because he was too busy railing on other ghosts for not using proper English. This also upset me. So what I do when I'm upset is I go to my favorite warehouse and I dance my blues away. There's no ghosts involved, but it's scary. When I was done and I was toweling off my balmy body, I noticed a box in the corner. The label that said, "Anyone who watches this video will die by ghost in 7 days." So of course I opened it. And imagine my horror when I found Laserdisc. Just think of all the 1 or 2 people who could have died in the late 80s. I can only pray there's no haunted betas floating around. It's very scary. So I took a cab. I don't like cabs. They killed my father. I hitchhiked. Because it's scarier. up in a semi-truck by a large woman named Marge. She told me some story she rattled on for 10 hours about some accident. And then her face exploded into claymation. I thought nothing of it. I went to a truck stop and said, "Large Marge sent me." And that's when they told me that she was a ghost! Which makes sense in retrospect. What was that with the... I should have known with the face exploding. That's not normal behavior. That's when I realized that the whole time I was the ghost. Bum, bum, bum!